$4 million in general obligation bond funds has been released for the Waimea District Park project. Governor David Ige released the funds following a previous legislative appropriation. A few weeks ago, before the news of the money release, the big park project was discussed at a Waimea Community Association meeting.
I am the chairman of the Waimea District Park Builders, and our group, in conjunction with the County of Hawaii and the County Council, been at this for 8 years now, and I'm here just to give you all a recap of what transpired in the last year. Anyway, in 2013, the State Senate and the House of Representatives approved $2.5 million in design, engineering, and construction funding to be matched by the County of Hawaii. The Hawaii County Council approved the funding and the state released the money. With that money, the County of Hawaii was able to go ahead and start the design and engineering and hire a contractor and begin the process. And in early 2014, Senator Malama Solomon, then Senator Malama Solomon, introduced another bill for an additional $4 million, and that was also to be matched by the county for another $4 million. Thanks to the tremendous amount of support we had from the community and written testimony, from Representative Evans, from the Mayor Kinoi, and our group lobbying the legislation through that session, we were able to come up with another combined $8 million, and that was been approved, and it's been added to the state budget. Okay, and then in November 2014, the Hawaii County Council, as they did in 2013, approved the matching fund arrangement and added it to the county budget. So this brought the total amount of the state and county funding for design and construction of the park to $13 million. Mayor Kinoi then sent a letter to Governor Abercrombie, and soon thereafter one to Governor Ige, and to give to officially request releasing of the funds. Our group drafted a letter to Governor Ige, which to give him a little history of what we've been doing, to talk a little bit about the need of the facility, and bring him up to speed on the progress. The process of getting the second round of funding released is currently underway. Okay, and then in October last year, the County of Hawaii and the design and engineering contractor gave a presentation to the community, and all the public was invited. It was at the Kahilo Town Hall, and they laid out the preliminary design of the park. And I think that page that you look at, there's a layout of the site plan, and then on the flip side, there's a kind of a cross section of the building. And the building is a what they call a covered court building, and this covered court it kind of gives you an idea what the buildings are going to look like. There's also a community center that's in there. And the only difference between the community center and the covered court is the covered court is going to have one side open, and there'll be 3 courts inside that. The community center will be totally enclosed. Now, phase 1 has 3 ball fields. It's got 3 covered courts, a community center, a comfort station, and an entrance road, and the related infrastructure. And this layout is consistent with what the community came up in this very room about 3 years ago. This is what pretty much everybody got together and said what they wanted, and then they came up with this design, and it's consistent with what the engineers are coming up with now. But there's several federal, state, and county permits that are required in order for us to complete construction and take occupancy. This process is currently underway. The transfer of the land from Parker Ranch to the County of Hawaii is currently underway, and it's approaching being completed. It's still got a ways. It still has to go before the County Council, so there'll still be a couple of readings of that to accept it, but the documents are getting close to being put over to the council. And then the engineer's cost estimates for the project that build out are currently coming into the County Department of Parks and Rec. Per the engineer's schedule that was presented at the October meeting, the project is set to go out to bid April of this year, and project completion is set for July of 2016. That's per the schedule that the engineering firm and the county presented at their October meeting. In the event that the bids exceed the budget, the projected budget, then the county will probably need to modify the scope of the work. But I think the important thing to remember is that we may not get everything we want on Phase 1A this first round, but we will get a park that we'll be able to enjoy, and then we can add to it as we go on. So anyway, that's kind of my little brief spiel there. But I did want to thank the members of the Waimea District Park Builders. We've had members come and go, and this kind of core group we've had has stuck it out and contributed somewhere along the line in the past 8 years. And it's my wife, Paige Macy, Nancy Carr-Smith, Riley Smith, Sherm Warner's in there, Roger Harris, Brandy Baudet, Marapayo, Michelle Medeiros, Greg Moores, Kurt Klimt, and Robin Inaba. So I really want to thank them. And if you see them on the street, thank them for all the stuff they do, because it's been a long process, but we're still at it. And we hope to have a park here pretty soon. Anyway, that's it.